Hello! Hope you are all well. It is actually a nice sunny day here today. Yes, hello Teddy. Despite the fact that it is getting into winter, it is freezing. I still have the heater on because my lordy. And yes, as you can see, I'm yet again in my dressing gown. I don't mind. It's cold, and I got my slippers on. And Teddy is snuggled up to me as usual. Hey. He's a good little heater. Yeah. Some things have happened, so I just thought I'd update just a little bit. I do apologise for the glare. I just can't seem to get the lighting right in this place, and yeah. So, but that'll change soon. So, moving is getting closer. Still don't know where we're going just yet. The quicker the better, though. Oh, thank you, sir. The quicker the better. I know at least every second person, or at least every person in this life, has had issues with their neighbours, right? I have the most pain in the backside situation happening right now. So, I explained it all in my last video, like the life updates and all that stuff. Like, my neck and shoulder were just about buggered from a work injury, which physio has helped. Avoiding doing lots of lifting has helped. Oh, there's a big yawn. Teddy therapy has helped. So things are just about back to normal with that, which I'm so happy about it. I hope it never happens again because no thank you. That was horrible. So in that time, I've spent most of my time here at home with Teddy. And a couple of times, yes, I did go out, saw some friends and such, and because I was just, driving myself mad here by myself, as one does, and, thinking, oh my God, I can make millions of dollars starting a cupcake business, which some people probably could, but that's how mad I started to get. I was at the point where I was going to learn how to crochet, which I have nothing against people that do that, but I just can't sit there and do that. I have no patience for it, but I was like, I'm ready to learn. Madness was setting in. And I even got to the point where I was like, what makeup can I buy and try? I don't wear makeup. I still got last night's makeup on. Very classy. I know. It'll come off. As soon as I say the neck's good, it's hurting a bit. So yeah. Yeah, neighbours. The neighbours beside me are an absolute pain in my ass. Pardon the language, but I mean, I could use a lot more choice words, but I know I won't. I don't even know what to do about it, to be quite honest, because I'm a mother. I have one child. She's a teenager. And I have the little poocheroony here. He's starting to snore. You'll hear that. And I thought, I've been in situations before where I've complained. Now, initially, I will go directly to the person and just say, hey, look, can you please not do that, and I'll be nice about it. But in this circumstance, I don't want to do that because it will get worse. I know it, and it has. I'm waiting until I leave, until I make an official complaint to, my real estate and such, because I rent. I wish I owned, but at the same time, I thought to myself, if I owned my house and I had this going on permanently, no. At least as a renter, you're sort of free to go when your lease is up and such, but anyway, put me in the middle of a bloody acreage in a house. I hate people. Here we are. So the yelling and screaming has continued. Right now, I know that they're not home. The reason I know that is because they scream and carry on out the front right before they leave. And it's like, I think the whole neighbourhood knows you're leaving. Just go, shush it. And I don't mean like they are just talking. I mean these people are incapable of just talking. They have to scream at each other. And it's like, yeah, I think the whole neighbourhood knows your business. Whatever. Some people are just like that. But it's like, and these people have absolutely no consideration for the neighbours. None at all. And I won't tell you, like, names, nothing. I'm not going to do that. It's just the constant worry. You know, like they're constantly, right now I'm in my garage, right? So I've got the roller door thing. They bash on the roller door and it scares and upsets Teddy, which they know that would make me infuriated. And it's almost like they're just poking until I react. And it's like, it's taking all of my patience not to, because, whoa. And they haven't done anything like directly to my daughter, but she's uncomfortable by all this. She doesn't like any of it. I keep her out of the adult situations because she's a kid, but she knows that, like, she even said, Mum, I don't like them. They make me uncomfortable. And I'm like, well, that's fine, darling. Glad you told me. And when they start yelling and such, I normally close the door to the shed connected into the lounge room of my house. And we turn the TV up because I don't want my daughter getting upset by this. I don't want Teddy to get upset by it because he gets scared. He whimpers and he'll cry. And my daughter gets upset and she'll comfort him. But it's like, it shouldn't have to be this way. Like, why can't people just be cool? Have some respect for your neighbours. Neighbourly respect is gone. Like, from where I'm living anyway. Like, and then there's people on the other side of me in a separate house who have recently told me that, you know, very quietly, they said, oh, look, we're leaving because we can't take any more of their BS either. And we're keeping it quiet. And I said, well, I won't say anything. And they asked if I was leaving, and I said, oh, I don't know yet. And I thought, I'm not going to tell not one neighbour. But yes, I put the notice to vacate in. The neighbours, the good neighbours I have that are going, they're leaving in a few weeks, and it's like, our last day here is August 13th. So I'm scrambling like a mad chook trying to find a house for us to live in, which around here is very hard because right now the rents has skyrocketed so high that you're pretty much giving up your entire wage to pay the rent. And it's like, how they expect us to afford that and, you know, be able to live is, I mean, it should be against the law for the rents to be this high. It's so ridiculous. I know families who are starting to, you know, rent big houses so they can live all together. As inconvenience and privacy's gone, but it's the only way they can afford it is to share the rent. I know families who are starting to, like, literally roommate. And it's like, I know people who've lived on their own for decades that are now getting roommates because it is so bad. And it's like, I've scrimped and saved. And it's like, I do know people with acreage, and I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? I'll just buy a huge caravan and I'll live in that and rent a chunk of land off them. Because it's the only way. Like, something I've thought about for quite a long time. Anyway, and I mean, that aside, that annoyance aside, with the rent being so high and the issues of trying to find a house, I got that shit next door. Ugh. It's just... Like, they left the house probably about an hour or two ago. Don't worry, I'll hear them when I come back. Even when I've got these on, I'll have music blaring and I will still hear them. And if I don't, I'm notified by Teddy. Say hi, buddy. Say hi. Say hi? No? Oh, you're tired. He's tired. He's been ripping into my... He's been getting a hold of the edge of my dressing gown, which I did put in a short. Oh, damn, mate. There you go. There you go. Go for a wee. Don't look at... He's looking at me. He's like, what'd you put me down for, woman? I was warm. It's like, you wanted to get down. So indecisive. What do you want? Come back up? No? Okay. Would you... Yeah, I'll get you a treat in a minute. I know what you want. You're so bad. It's... Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on. Up, up. I'm being attacked. Come on. Come on. Up, up, up. Yep. No? Come here. Alright. Typical male. Indecisive. And then he'll claw at me because I put my leg up. Ready? See? No. Oh. Hello. What are you doing? You bugger. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Alright. What were we talking about? Stop. No more. I will get you a treat in a minute. Stop clawing at me. That's also another thing, updating on Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear has been... Typical. Has been with us now for officially 1 year. 1 year. And he turned 1 in May, so yes, he's officially 1. And on the 21st of this month, he will be going in for his operation. Teddy is being desexed. And he is a purebred. And I've had a few people say, oh, why don't you breed him and such? But unfortunately for Teddy, he's got issues that he needs to be desexed, so I'm sorry. I know. Oh, thank you for that. He's probably been licking his bum. Nasty boy. Well, you know what? He'll be just fine. And I'll keep you all updated. Now, buddy. Oh, get massive. In a minute. He's so needy. Oh, up here. You just want to hug. You say hi? Look. You say hi. Don't look at me. No, you just love. You're just pure love. Life stresses get you licked on the face. Don't look at me like that. You want a treat? You gonna say hi? No? Not today? Don't like the camera. Not today. Yeah. Teddy's a good boy. He likes to have cuddles all day, and that's one of the best things about King Charles Cavaliers is that they love the cuddles. Love it. And this little dude he just knows the right time. I honestly believe that all dogs have that sort of sense that they know when you're not right. And he will just leap dumpster dive on top of me like boof. And it's like, hey buddy. And he will cuddle. Because he knows that I need it sometimes. As we all do. We all need a Teddy in our life, I'd say. Please don't chew things. He's trying to chew my table. The obsession lately is beyond weird. I'm teasing him. Behave yourself. Anyway. Oh God. I had so much that I wanted to sort of say, but I've forgotten. What would you do in my situation to do with my neighbours? I do my best to avoid them with everything I have, pretty much. Like, I know when they're not at the front, it's quiet out there, and I will still stalk the situation to make sure they're not, because I thought I don't want any type of confrontation in front of my daughter, and they will do that. They have absolutely no issue about screaming abuse at their own children. It breaks my heart for them. I listen to those kids and I'm like, what the hell do I do? So what would you do? Help me out here, because I'm losing my marbles. My marbles left the building ages ago. Teddy's asleep already underneath me. He's a Fruit Loop. I am going to go remove my makeup from last night because I look extra classy. I know. And I'm going to put more makeup on afterwards. And I'm going to go visit my parents who... They're another stress in themselves. Seriously. They've been married for like 40... Did I say them? They're not married. No, my parents aren't married. You'd think I'd know that. No, they've been together for... How old am I? I'm 40. 44 years? Something like that. And they're just driving each other insane at the moment. That's all good though. My dad's a really good gardener and he taught me everything, and very shortly I will be doing gardening videos on here and telling spooky stories, which initially that's what my channel was supposed to be about, and then Teddy came along and changed the theme, of course. But I do plan on sticking to my original theme for this channel, is gardening and telling stories, and I'm going to get there. I have a ton of haunted stories to tell you, and some of them are about my hometown. My hometown is Morpeth, and that's in New South Wales, in the Hunter Valley in Australia. Really, really old historical town, and I have seen some shit there that will make you as pale as hell. There's like a convent there where the nuns used to live. There's a really haunted graveyard. There's a place what's called the Common, which is like this big sort of park. It's almost like a mini national park, if you think of it that way. Like, it's just a giant park, and it's got like this giant pond in the middle. It's called the Common. Really old bridges, spooky shit. I will be taking you down there, and like, I'm able to go for walks now, which is great. Awesome. And I plan on, telling you the history. Like, we still have the original train station there. It's not operational. Spooky old building. 2 really old haunted pubs. I'm not sure if they'll let me film in them. I'm going to ask. There's really old doctor surgeries, just historical buildings. Like there's like the original courthouse, like the actual courthouse where they held trials and such, is still in the main street of Morpeth. The original bridge is still there, and it used to open up like that. It was actually the biggest port before Newcastle, so massive ships used to come through. So I will be doing a few videos. Like I could do hundreds of videos on that town. Like there is, like it's very historical. It is heritage listed town, so I mean, it's expensive to live there. Like so expensive to buy, expensive to rent. I rented there for a bit and I was like, wow, I can't afford this. Like, wow. Like the streets still have some of the original sandstone guttering. Like that's like, and I will show you all. Like, but there is stories from like the farmers, like generations of farmers that have lived around the town, like surrounded the town in the farmlands. Like the Wright farm, which is just across, like just over the bridge. Like that's I think a third or fourth generation farm. So the Wrights have their family have always owned that land. And Mr. Wright, who is now in his 90s, still, this guy, he's still out there picking and growing corn, vegetables galore. The man grows these ripper beetroots. Like, the beetroots on steroids. It's unreal. He's the sweetest guy. All of his produce, he sells it. All of that money he gives to Camp Quality Charity. The man's brilliant. Like, if you're hungry, he will give you a box of food. He will give you anything that you need. Like, he's the most loveliest guy. He does so much charity work. Even in his 90s now. I drive across that bridge and I see the old fella out there with his basket and he's tending to his crops. And I think, mate, you are brilliant. I want that. I'd love to be able to do that every day. Like, get out and, you know, tend to the crops, you know. And he's got his farm dogs and that's it. There's no animals there. He just solely grows veg. And he has honey there. And, like, his grandfather had a broomstick factory. And he still makes brooms. I think that's what I mean. Like, it's brilliant. Like, I could sit there for hours on end having chats to the old fellas at the pub, and they'll tell me stories about, you know, what life was like on the farms and stuff like that. Like, any history. Like, I'm a history buff. What's haunted, what's not. But I remember the story Mr. Wright told me about the little girl in white that you see on the bridge on New Year's night. Every New Year's, he still sees her in a little white dress, and he said she would have to be at least 4 or 5-year-old. Blonde hair, long blonde hair, little white nightie, walks on the bridge and falls off the bridge. There's a whole story behind that, which I'm going to tell you, and that will be my first story, is the little girl in white on New Year's. So keep your eye for that. I know I've ranted on and this video is quite long. Thank you for sticking with me. Teddy and I will be back. My neighbours are home. That's my cue. I don't think you want to hear any of that. I do have an absolute ton of plants that I would love to show you as well, and give you some knowledge on those. Right now I'm doing an experiment in the backyard. What can you grow in a hanging pot plant that people say that you can't, but it's been successful? I've got some stuff in the backyard to show you, because I've successfully, like, grown a lot of stuff. Like strawberries. I will never ever put strawberries in a planter or in the ground again. I'm growing these buggers in a hanging pot. Anyway, I've ranted on. Teddy's starting to snore. I'm going to go visit my parents because I've missed them dearly, and my mum, being the country girl, has made me pea and ham soup, and I'm ready for it. It's cold, I'm ready, and I'm hungry. Have a blessed day. A blessed day. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. Have an awesome day. I'm going to go have a beer with my dad. It's pea and ham soup. Ta-da.